Thank you to all of these nice people for supporting the channel on Patreon. If you'd like to join them and also get a free Suibhne enamel pin, you can do so at patreon.com/Suibhne. This episode is supported by Audible. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through YouTube, not a creator was stirring, not even Lasoo. Subscription feeds were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that a Suibhne video would soon be there. KB was nuzzled all snug in his bed, while visions of PragerU tormented his head. Old Shift X in his kerchief and Benji in his cap, Kagito had settled for a long winter's nap. Let's talk about Christmas. Where does Christmas come from? That's obvious, you type in the comments section. Christmas is about le baby Jesus. Case closed. Well, cozy on up to the fire, get your mulled wine or eggnog, put away a Christmas carol, and instead, let's break out. Rewind 2019 years. Jesus, the prophesied Messiah, or in Greek, Kyrios, Christ, was born in Bethlehem, birthing a brand new religion, soon to be united over the millennia, celebrating peace and love and... Just kidding, they split into like a million different branches. Christmas comes from Christ, Mass. Mass coming from the Latin phrase given at the end of the church ceremony, ite missa est. The first recorded Christmas was in Rome in 336, but in the East they probably celebrated it as well. Religion so often is used as a tool, and the Romans recognized its potential to unify their empire more cohesively. They had centuries of practice by this point after all, incorporating Etruscan, Greek, Celtic and Germanic gods into their own pantheon, copying their neighbor's homework, editing it slightly so the teacher doesn't catch them cheating. But Rome had to do a lot of PR to make the new custom acceptable around the empire, especially when Christianity was made the state religion. It's all in how you sell it. First problem. The Bible doesn't say what time of the year Jesus was born, but we do know it probably wasn't December because it does mention that it was grazing season. December was a Roman idea. Throughout Europe, ancient cultures had developed similar customs and religions based on the seasons. Nature was what all pre-Christian civilizations had in common. Who knows how the universe works after all? But I'll be damned if we don't pray for summer to come back during the winter festival unless anyone else has any better ideas. The same goes for the Romans. The god of agriculture, wealth, harvest and fatherhood, Saturn, was venerated in a large Roman festival during the winter solstice, the height of winter when the days were short, snow covered the land, and the ground was dead. Saturnalia was Rome's biggest festival, leading up to December 25th, and a new year, new summer, and new harvest was on its way. Christmas was moved to December 25th to coincide with and then replace the Saturnalia. Non-Christians did grumble and complain, but when eating, drinking, and partying stayed the same, who cares which god it was honoring, so long as the custom remained, until they encountered problem number 2. When the heathens of the north became Christians, they brought their own winter festivals with them. By far the biggest was Yuletide, celebrating the wild hunt of Odin to bring forth a new year and good fortune. They drank copious amounts of alcohol during these festivities, like wine and cider, boiled and spiced, served hot to keep them warm during the winter months. And by golly, if that doesn't sound familiar. Yuletide and Saturnalia left their mark all over Christmas like magical pixie dust. A Christmas tree was an evergreen, considered magical because it never lost its leaves in winter. Pagans brought these trees into their homes, a little piece of summer, to remind them of warmer weather, who adorned their trees with candles for light and apples to represent the Garden of Eden. Candles soon gave way to the miracle of electricity, and apples, smelly and rotten, were replaced by shiny glass baubles. What about the wreath on the door? A symbol of the Roman emperor, of course. Even mistletoe, a symbol of, fertility, was hung on the doors of the Romans during the Saturnalia. Its berries were thought to give off aromas and encourage some PG-13 fun time. But don't worry kids, nowadays a simple kiss will do. Just make sure you wear your paper crown from your Christmas cracker to mimic true Roman authenticity. These pagan rituals blended with Christian ones over time. The top of the tree was decorated with the Star of Bethlehem, which guided the three magi to the baby Jesus, or the angel Gabriel who appeared to Mary. Pop your presents under the tree, carefully labeled, ready to be opened after dinner on Christmas Eve. Christmas morning is for church, after all. Until, of course, the churches started holding later services on Sunday, allowing the citizens some well-earned rest from the previous day's festivities, and plenty of time to open gifts on Christmas morning instead. Which leads us to problem number 3. Gift-giving figures have been associated with winter festivals since ancient times. The Christian origin of this practice comes from the story of the three magi, also called the three wise men, who brought the infant Jesus gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and so was the custom for early Christians. Christendom also venerated a certain Saint Nicholas. One story tells of a poor family who left their washed stockings by the fireplace to dry, in which Saint Nick left them each a lump of gold. But the story doesn't end there. In Britain, a jolly green-clad gift-giver of English folklore visited peasants in the winter, bringing them gifts like toys and sweets for the children, and wine and food for the adults, nicknamed Father Christmas. In Germany it was Odin, with his long white beard during Yuletide. In Finland, Joulupukki, pulled along by flying goats. It is here we also have the origin of elves, especially the Tomten, who helped farmers and peasants in winter with chores in the middle of the night. In Lower Germany and Austria, Kris Kringle, literally Christ Child, a gift giver rooted in Germanic and Slavic mythology. In the Low Countries, Western Germany and Switzerland, Saint Nicholas became Sinterklaas, a red-clad bishop who rode into town on a horse. Far off in the coldest of cold, frozen wasteland, the gift bringer in Russia and Ukraine was Ded Moroz, Grandfather Frost, the Slavic pagan wizard of winter who slowly morphed into a Christmas character. These ancient European pagan gift givers would become blended and mashed with the aforementioned Saint Nicholas, cutting off some of the nasty bits and replacing them with a child-friendly, jolly exterior, making him the most famous Christmas icon in history. We will never know for sure though, as children's literature ensured that Santa lived in the North Pole, where no child running away from home could possibly find him. Just leave him a glass of milk and cookies, or a carrot for his horse, or, in Australia, a nice pint of ice-cold beer. Sleep well, children, and celebrate the way humans have for centuries. What's that? Having trouble sleeping, you say? Too excited to open your presents? Why not fall asleep to the sound of one of my absolute favorite audiobooks, The Terror by Dan Simmons, a historical fiction story based on the mysterious disappearance of Sir John Franklin's 1845 expedition to search for the fabled Northwest Passage, where these brave sailors battled the extreme cold, disease, and starvation in the ill-fated mission. And because it's that time of the year again for setting goals and New Year's resolutions, Audible is offering a very special challenge to new members. Sign up for your Audible membership, which gets you 1 audiobook and 2 Audible originals per month, free for 30 days. And if you can finish 3 audiobooks by March 3rd, you'll get a $20 Amazon credit. It's as simple as that. Start the year off right with some of their personal development and fitness titles to help keep you on track with your goals. To start listening, all you need to do is head to audible.com/SUIBHNE or text SUIBHNE to 500 500. Audible supports this channel, and by signing up, you'll not only get access to their vast audio library, but also be helping me create more of these videos. Head to audible.com/SUIBHNE or text SUIBHNE to 500 500 to start listening for free for 30 days. Thank you for watching, everyone. It's not too late to maybe buy somebody special some merch from the Suibhne store if you still haven't gotten them a gift. Hope you liked this special episode on the origin of the holiday. If you like it, let me know. I'd like to make videos like this in future. Alright guys, see you all in 2020.